Christmas. Well, it's not really Christmas. It's the Christmas season, though, and I'm here. That's right. Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. Or as we call it during the holiday season, BrickWall Christmas. I'm Dave, and I'm just in the most holly and jolly mood because I am here to do what I love to do every holiday season and go over a whole bunch of holiday-related content for Christmas season. Although this year I'm doing something just a tiny bit different. You see, usually I go over just Christmas specials that I enjoyed growing up as a kid. However, this year I'm throwing in movies, I'm throwing in shows, I'm throwing in all types of different content for the season, so it's going to be so jam-packed. And so the best way to keep up with all that is to follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe here to the YouTube channel. But right now, today, I'm doing the classic run as I usually do, and I'm going to be talking about a Christmas special I grew up with, and this one in particular I've been so excited to talk about for the past couple of years. As a matter of fact, it's part of the reason why I started doing this every year, talking about specials that I grew up on, is because I really enjoyed this special, but I could never really find it to watch in good quality. I mean, I could find it, but I couldn't really find it, But that all changed because this year I finally found the one special I've been wanting to review so badly for the past 2 years. That's why I've been doing it for 2 years where I talk about the special I grew up on. I've been wanting to find this one for 2 years, and I have finally found it. It is the Ed, and Eddy Christmas special called Ed and Eddy's Jingle, Jingle, Jangle. But before I get into it, I want to remind you guys, go ahead, again, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you enjoy this content, because you definitely should, I'm in the most holly and jolly mood, make sure that you subscribe. So, getting into it, the Ed and Eddy Jingle, Jingle, Jangle. This special, first of all, if you don't already know, I absolutely love Ed and Eddy. It's one of my favorite Cartoon Network shows growing up. I always thought it was pretty damn funny. If you ask me which one of the Eds was my favorite, I would say Double D, and then Ed, and then Eddy. I just always thought Double D just was really funny. It's just like how intelligent he was and also sarcastic at times. But so this special follows Eddy as he has to learn the true meaning of Christmas. How does this happen? How does he get into the situation? Well, it all starts I guess it's Christmas on this special. I thought it was Christmas Eve, but I'm guessing it is Christmas. I think it's Christmas Eve, though. So it all starts one wonderful, magical Christmas Eve when Eddy is sneaking around in his basement trying to figure out what his parents got him for Christmas. He finds all these gifts, opens them all up, and finds out it's nothing but a bunch of clothes. What kid wants just clothes for Christmas? So Eddy's like, yo, I'm not getting nothing. I need to go find somebody else's house and scam them into giving me their presents because, Eddy is the king of scams, king scammer, you know what I mean? So Eddy then goes and he tries to go to Johnny's house, Kevin's house, Nod's house. He goes to pretty much the whole neighborhood, right? And I'll get more into that in a second because in the meantime, Ed is the big Ed, not Double D, but Ed, he's excited for Christmas. He is so excited for Santa. He's dragging the chimney through the house, waiting for Santa to come and leave his gifts of joy. Yes, I'm doing the Ed voice. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't help it. So, while he's doing this, Double D, I was about to say Double G. That's Game Shakers. Double D drops by and to bring Ed some gift, just a little gift, just some little Yuletide merriment. And pretty much Double D sees how Eddy has gone through all the gifts and everything because Eddy comes in and starts telling him about it. And he's like, Ed, we got to get Eddy to get into the Christmas spirit. But before I get into how they go to do that, and as well as more of the hijinks, I want to turn our attention to 3 of our favorite characters from the Ed and Eddy series that aren't Ed and Eddy. That's right. I'm talking about those beloved Canker sisters. Ah! No. Okay. So nobody really loves the Canker sisters. They were always scared the shit out of me when I was not scared, but I was always very uncomfortable. And if you watch Ed and Eddy, you know why I was uncomfortable seeing the Canker sisters. Okay. I don't think I have to explain that anymore. So the Canker sisters, because of what Eddy was doing, searching through his parents' gifts, this light shines off the mirror and then bounces into the sky. So this light is reflected in the sky. And so at this point, the story also kind of takes inspiration from the nativity scene where the Canker sisters, May, Marie, and Lee Canker, I think I have those names right. I always forget one of the names, but I know it's May and Marie. and then I think the last one is Lee. So they see the star, what looks like to them like a star up in the sky, and it kind of, that's why I say it kind of drives from the nativity scene. So it's like they suddenly take on the role of the three wise men going out to visit the nativity scene, and so that's like a whole subplot going on in the background. And another thing I want to point attention to in the special is the music. The music in Ed, and Eddy has always been something to behold. It's always like real jazzy, like dum 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 dum. So with this, it's like the Christmas music is like, I would say it's on par with what you would hear with Charlie Brown, where Charlie Brown has very iconic Christmas music, and Eddy has very iconic music in itself, but how they mix in traditional Christmas songs into their score, it's just, it sounds really, really good, like really good. I can't explain how good it sounds, but it sounds really great. You guys should make sure, if anything, just check it out for the music. So anyway, so while we have the Cankers doing their three wise men shtick in the background, where they find the gifts and all that, and oh man, like they even kind of put their own twist on what the gifts were that they bought to the baby Jesus. And I'm gonna explain how that all plays out in a second. So back to Eddy. So Eddy goes, first place he goes try to get a Christmas is Johnny's house. And you know, Johnny's the weird kid with Plank. I've always kind of had a gripe because Johnny's like the only black kid in the show, and he's like the weirdest motherfucker out there. Talks to a fucking piece of wood. So anyway, so their Christmas is like celebrating like some type of ice cave or something like that. Eddy tries to pull one over. It doesn't work. Next place Eddy goes to is Ralph's house. Ralph has these weird custom traditions from whatever country he's in. Fun fact, according to the series creator Danny Antonucci, he did not actually never had it in his head to specify where Ralph was from. He just said Ralph's just from a foreign country, and we just thought it was funny to never specify and just have him do a bunch of weird stuff. There's your fun tidbit about Ed and Eddy. So anyway, Ralph's thing, he sings like this song about some like gremlin troll or something like that gives out the gifts to the kids, act boy. And so that obviously doesn't work out for Eddy because Eddy's too freaked out by that. So in the meantime, Double D and Ed, they try to do like this angel thing to have Eddy see the Christmas angel or something, and Eddy pretty much ruins that entire thing, takes the wings, goes over to Jimmy's house. Jimmy, Sarah. So he goes on over there. I'm trying. So he goes over there to Jimmy's house. Jimmy has this really big festive display with gingerbread houses and butter that's like in the shape of like Christmas ornaments, and it's just like so much going on over there. Jimmy steps out of the room. Eddy eats all that. Jimmy calls Sarah. Sarah comes over, beats the hell out of Eddy as always, and Eddy's kicked out of the house. Next place Eddy goes is Nas's house, and I would just let y'all watch that scene yourselves because we all know Nas from Ed and Eddy. She was a little, come on. Now, I'll let you watch that scene yourself, and you come back here and you let me know what you think about Nas because let's just say Eddy dropped the ball. Next place he goes is Kevin, and obviously Kevin punches the hell out of Eddy. How that happens, if you haven't seen the special, I'm gonna let you see that part for yourself because I thought that was funny. And after not seeing it for so long, I knew this part was coming, but then I was like, oh, maybe I'm wrong because it happens in so many episodes. I might just be wrong. I was wrong about being wrong. So this, so obviously all this just leads Eddy down to his lowest point. Oh, no one's going to give me gifts for the holidays. I'm not going to do this. X, Y, and Z. So then they pull a Charlie Brown, which is really hard not to pull a Charlie Brown in the Christmas special. It's really crazy. At some point, you referenced something about the Charlie Brown's Christmas special on your Christmas special. And so this one in particular, it's the tree that has the light bulb that's out. We all know how that goes. And then Eddy from that point learns the true meaning of Christmas. And then a very cool surprise ending with that story happens where Eddy does a classic Eddy, and you just gotta see it to believe it, but not believe it. Just see it to laugh. And that leads them straight into the ending where they cross over with the Cranker sisters. And they're in the shed, and the scene is set up like the nativity scene, and the Cankers are the three wise kings. And from there, it turns into a classic Canker scenario, and that's where we end the special. This is something, like I said, I loved this special when I was younger growing up. Literally every year it was on, I watched this special. Like I remember so many, it's one animation frame in particular that I love in this special is when he's leaving from Johnny's. He's like, fine, I can find a whole bunch of Christmases on my own. Who needs you? And I just like the animation, the walking cycle that he has when he walks away. I just like that scene in particular. But this entire special has always made me laugh. It has always made me it's always kind of put me in a calm mood for some reason. I've always been kind of calmed and relaxed and comforted by this special. It's really interesting. But overall, though, this really does keep in spirit with the Eds, and it's such an Ed and Eddy way to do Christmas. Like, I really couldn't see any other. I know they kind of technically have another Christmas special, but that's more like a Christmas in July type of thing. But this one here, I mean, it's like I said, it's just something that I've always just been comforted in. Back when Cartoon Network would do the Cartoon Network Holiday Rush, I remember that entire thing. And I loved it. This was like my top, next to Billy and Mandy's Christmas special. This was my second favorite one on the network. Watching it again now, I would say that it definitely holds up. It definitely carries the same humor, the same comforting elements. I'm still very comforted. I still feel like I'm wearing a big Christmas comfort blanket watching this special. And it's really good. I do recommend it. Where can you find this special? After years of me searching for the special, I found it on Amazon Prime. Yeah, so check it out on Amazon Prime. And fun fact too, if you do love Ed and Eddy, as much as I do, their other holiday specials are also on there, as well as their movie. So if you didn't know, quick sidebar, Ed and Eddy has a Halloween special, which I talked about on my Instagram channel as part of the BrickWall Horror series back in October. They have the Christmas special, which I'm talking about now, and they have a Valentine's Day special as well, called Hanky Panky Hullabaloo. That was in the later season of Ed and Eddy, and it's oftentimes not referenced by too many people. I never really see too many people talking about it, mostly because Valentine's Day special don't really get that much attention anyway. But I'm really might come back here and talk about the Valentine's Day special to complete the holiday trilogy. I absolutely love this special. The Eds are definitely a staple of my childhood, so I'm just really glad that I finally found this special, and I finally get to share my love of this special with all you guys out there. So definitely make sure you check it out. It's called Ed and Eddy's Jingle Jingle Jangle. It is on Amazon Prime. You can find it there. And let me know in the comments what you think. Is this a classic for you like it is for me? Is there a better one out there? I got 3 more of these left for the year, and I got a bunch of movies and a bunch of other things I'm going to talk about related to Christmas season this year. So you guys don't want to miss it. Best way to stay tuned is to subscribe to the channel, follow on Instagram because I'll be doing stuff over there as well. And yeah, you know, just come share the holly jolliness with me. I got this decorated. I got my cool little tie on. So yeah, so that's all I have for you guys, though. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, remember to like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, guys, be easy, stay breezy, stay holly and jolly. Peace.